Good day. My name is Mrs. Shalda Enslin and I am your tutor for Environmental Education, Year 2, Semester 1. A very, very warm welcome to all of my students. Before we start, I would like to give you some general information that you could keep in mind when you write the examination. It is very important that you know that continuous assessment per semester module consists of 100 marks for modules of 8 credits. A 50% semester continuous assessment mark is required for admission to examinations. A final pass mark of 50% is required. This is calculated by adding 60% of the examination mark to 40% of the semester continuous assessment mark. Now, how are you going to answer your examination questions? When you answer the questions, please write neatly, understandably, and very clearly. It makes it so much easier to mark your question papers. Now, start off by drawing a line on the right side of your page from the top to the bottom, about 3 centimeters. It's about a ruler width. In the you just draw the line there from the top to the bottom, and this is so then you can write from the left to the right up to the margin, and this is just so that the person who marks your paper can write the marks in that margin. If need be, please number your pages correctly. Before answering any questions, it's important that you have to understand exactly what is asked. This you do by looking closely at the verbs that are used in the question. When a question asks you to explain something, then you have to describe something and indicate the relationship between things. And you have to make clear why you have written this and how the answer will be given. Now, the question may read, children, as do adults, have feelings. Explain the strategies that the teacher can use to help children to express their feelings. And now you may write, help the children to understand and name their feelings, thus giving them vocabulary for talking about their feelings. And the example you will write then is, ask the children to tell how they feel when someone spreads lies about them. Now let's look how this question is, or at least this answer, is put together. Help the children to understand and name their feelings. Now this describes what the teacher will do. Thus, the rest of the answer is thus giving them vocabulary for talking about their feelings. This is making clear why. And now you give the example. Ask the children to tell how they feel when someone spreads lies about them. And that is how you will answer the question. Other verbs may be list or state or identify. When you get a verb like that, then all you have to do is to recognize and present or name lists of names, facts, and or objects. Please look at the marks allocated to each question and decide what the length of your answer should be for the marks allocated. For example, do not cover an entire page for 2 marks. This means that the person who marks your answers has to read through all of that just to find the 2 correct answers, and that is not quite fair. Okay, for questions that of 10 to 20 marks, write 10 to 20 points of information and or explanations, descriptions, or facts, which would then cover about 1 or 1.5 pages, depending on your handwriting. So, what will your question paper, your answer paper look like? Start with question 1. Number your questions clearly and keep spaces in between each answer. For example, question 1, write your answer, leave open one line space, and then write the next answer, as you see on the screen. Then, when you finish that, you start with question 2 on a new page. It is important to remember that although the examination questions do not cover all the work in your study guide, this does not mean that you can only learn what you did in the assignment. All the information in the study guide is very important. Now, let's walk through your study guide and look what you have to learn. But just remember this, Malcolm X said, education is your passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. When we look at Unit 1, it is important to know how to guide your learners to be able to give personal information about themselves. They also need to know how unique and worthy they are, and they have to learn about different feelings and the role that feelings play in a person's life. Furthermore, in Unit 1, you should look at the steps to explaining emotions. All the notes on emotions and assertiveness, including the ways to say no assertively, are important. When we look at Unit 2, about the body parts and their functions and the role of the senses, then all the body parts are important and also the sensory functions. Remember, there's a difference between touch and feel, and then there are also the organs, the sensory organs, which provide the sense. So make sure that you understand the right words for the specific sense which the organ is used and its functions. Example here is you see with your eyes. The function of the eye is to see, but we say the eyes are the organ. The eyes are the eyes of sight. You also have to know how to take good care of your body, and that children have to be taught about this topic. Now we get to Unit 3, features, roles and responsibilities of family members. In Unit 3, as the heading indicates, the roles and responsibilities of the various family members contribute largely to the successful functioning of a family unit. As important as all the features of positive family relationships and the maintenance of such good positive relationships. I just want to repeat, as important are all the features of positive family relationships and the maintenance of such positive relationships. Now let's look at Unit 4. The heading there is home addresses and features of different homes and different building materials. Here you have to take a special look at the important addresses for learners to know, and also the landmarks for them to identify on the way to school from home or to other places and back home. Also take a good look at the different building materials used to build homes, as well as the features of different types of homes. Unit 5 and 6, the features of the school environment and elements of own and other cultures as seen in the community or society. All the information in both these units are very important. Now, when we look at categories of domestic and local wild animals and how to take care of them, then we have to remember that pets play a very important role in the lives of many children. So, it is vitally important to know all you can about pets, as well as farm animals, and also how to take care of them. Children should know the difference between pets, domestic animals, and wild animals. The concept of sustainable management of wildlife resources is another essential topic all Namibian teachers and students should be knowledgeable about. When we look at Unit 8, we see the importance, the saving, and the prevention of water pollution. We know in Namibia, especially now just after a huge drought where so many regions still haven't had rain, how important water is in our lives. We say that water is life, and especially here in our country, we have to take good care of our water resources and save water. So we have to know how to do this. So that is important, but also it is really essential to know how important it is not, and how dangerous also, not to drink polluted water, and how to take care of polluted water in case you do not have clean water. In Unit 9, the main topic here is local plants, seeds and leaves, and we have to be able to identify plants and in which regions they are found. We also have to recognize these plants and know which of them is poisonous. Also, it is important to identify and describe Namibian plants with medicinal value, because there is a large part of the population that still make use of plants and natural remedies. So what you also have to be able to do is to describe various plants that are farmed in Namibia and explain how to take care of plants. Then we get to Unit 10, and we look at weather patterns, seasonal changes, and the implications thereof, and the role, of course, that they play on the lives of people. Here we have to be able to differentiate between the concepts weather and climate, because there is a difference. Besides this, you have to learn to explain the common features of the 4 seasons. And then all 4 of these seasons have various effects on humans, plants, and animals, and it is important to know and also to be able to draw up a weekly weather chart for either a pre-primary or a junior primary class. We get to Unit 11, the key factors that influence one's life. And this is not only important for us as teachers to know, but it's important for us to know how to teach children to take care of their bodies and their health. Here you can study good eating habits, healthy and unhealthy foods, why exercise, enough sleep, and rest are necessary to be healthy, the daily routine of personal hygiene, and how to keep the environment around you and at school clean and neat. In Unit 12, we look at safety behavior of pedestrians, of passengers, and around the home and the school. Learn good passenger and pedestrian behavior. Also important is to know safety measures for keeping young children safe at home, at school, and in their immediate environment. Also, know where to go for help when feeling threatened, and know how to teach the children where to go. We get to the end of our study guide. We look at family, school, and national customs, or the celebrations that we have in these different institutions. School celebrations, national festivals, and planning a class excursion are important topics to learn in Unit 13. Now, we know as tutors that for success in studying, there are certain things that you have to do. So I'd like to give you some valuable tips. We truly understand that to be successful, one has to work hard and with determination. Therefore, we offer the following study tips, so you can keep progressing positively towards achieving the success that you deserve. First of all, if you don't like studying alone, find some study buddies. If you need companionship of other students for academic success, feel free to ask the IOL office to help you to identify other students who may study with you. Important, set goals and deadlines and stick to them. Make timetable and stick to your timetable. Don't waste time. And here's a very good quote from Philip Stanhope. He said, "Know the true value of time. Snatch, seize, and enjoy every minute of it. No idleness, no laziness, no procrastination. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today." I think that's an important quote to remember in our lives, because if we do procrastinate or put off, then the problem that you don't have enough time to study may make you feel like the illustration you see on your screen now. So make enough time to study in time for your examinations. Stay in touch with your tutor. You can email or call your assigned tutor when and if necessary. The best times to contact your tutor is between 9 and 1700 hours, and you will see the telephone number on your screen. Enjoy your studies. Good luck and all the best for your examinations.